I don't do much Transformers stuff on this channel. I don't buy that many Transformers. The last Transformer I bought before the Coronation Starscream, which I got at Ollie's. Before that, it must have been 2012. And it was back when they were like 12 bucks, I think they were. I'm guessing. And, well, basically, you know, they were really doing G1 all over again, and I get a little bored of the same thing over and over. But this time around, we got Armada, Wheeljack, and Cosmos. Cosmos is the reason I bought this. The bonus Wheeljack, I said sure. They had the smaller Studio Cities Series Prime and Bumblebee. Started to pick that one up, and then I went, wait, I've got the best Prime you could ever buy, and I hate Bumblebee, so there's no point in me buying this. So I put that back. There was some more there, but nothing that really stuck out to me. I'm gonna be honest, I've been looking at Transformers lately and they look cheap. I really kind of wanted to pick one up just to see if they're as cheap as I think they are. Well, I'm gonna find out now. We'll see. But anyway, let me cut these open, and I guess I'll get to Wheeljack first. Okay, here's Wheeljack. He was tied down with some twist ties, but really, Hasbro did not give a shit about security on these. It just shows. Yes, I'm sealing up the box, and then I'm tossing it in the garbage. Alright, I never watched Armada. I did not dig Armada. I take that back, I watched it and I was just like, it's okay. Now the great debate is, am I going to keep him in vehicle? Is he in vehicle mode, or is he going to be in, you know, robot mode? And here is, I know they did these tissues for Transformers, but it stands to reason they did it for everybody else. When I was a kid, I didn't grab too many Transformers because of that reason too. And people say I'm dumb for this one, but it makes sense to me. I didn't think they looked like they did on the cartoon at all. I mean, at least with He-Man, you had a passing resemblance. But these guys, I mean, the old Transformers never looked anything like they should. I mean, I have to admit. I have no idea what these are. These look like maybe swords. And then his little gun. So, again, I have to say, I mean, I had zero interest in this one, but he came with the pack. So, what does that mean? Am I going to sell him off, or am I going to keep him? I'll probably keep him, you know. Where I put him, I don't know. I don't have that many Transformers, so it's not a huge deal to have an extra. I mean, he's not a bad looking guy. I mean, not at all. You know, not perfect either, but not bad. I'm debating whether or not to put him into vehicle mode or keep him in robot mode, because sometimes I like to display Transformers in their vehicle modes or animal modes or whatever the case may be. But not often. More often than not, I want them in their robot modes. But, yeah, I'm just not a huge Transformer guy. I like the Generation 1 cartoon. I did get out of it when they killed Prime. I did watch the episodes later. And, it's okay. I mean, you know, they tried. They could not recapture that magic. There was no way. And even when they brought Optimus back, it just didn't work. They had, as the old saying goes, jumped the shark when they killed Prime. Got a little bit into Beast Wars later on. Beast Machines really fried me out of it, though. I tried to stick with Beast Machines and I couldn't. I really did like Beast Wars. That was cool. Especially the last season. The last season was the best, in my opinion. Trying to think. I didn't get into Armada. I you know, I watched a couple episodes and I was just kind of like, eh. And it seems like ever since then I've just kind of like watch a couple episodes and it's like, yeah, it's not grabbing me. I never was a huge fan of the Bay films. I did like the first one, but it was just okay. And after that, I haven't liked a single one of them. I've seen them all in one, and you know, it's just like, yeah, okay. That's what it is, dude. And that's where I'm at with the Armada. Or with Transformers. I mean, I like aspects, but I dislike aspects as well. So, yeah, what is one to do in an atmosphere like that? Well, you buy a random 2-pack for no reason. I do have some Transformers besides the ones I talk about. I've always debated selling them because I'm just kind of, why do I have these? And this guy might go in that pile. I don't know. I can't even remember what series they are. I know they were rehashing G1. That's what I remember vividly. They were rehashing G1. And it was around 2010 to 2012. And I know I picked up, well, I had Starscream. I sold Starscream off. I had some others. It was the first time, though, I noticed they actually were able to put articulation into the figures, which I appreciated so much, and looks were not too far off from the cartoon. That's why I started buying it. And then I just kind of got bored with it and moved on. You know, there was plenty going on. G.I. Joe, I think Indy was at that point. There's 3 3/4 inch Marvel's line. I mean, there was a lot happening in that time frame for me to keep my attention. So it's not like I didn't not have an interest. It was just after a bit, you know, I only can go so far into Transformers before I'm like, I don't want to go too far into this. Again, nothing against them. I just, that's the way I feel. I mean, it's a neat concept, cool idea, but beyond that, I don't feel anything. So on Wheeljack, he unfortunately is the pack-in for this set. He's okay. Let me get to the main event. And there is Cosmos with the weirdest freaking accessory I've ever seen. It looks like a checkered flag, but it could also be kind of weird. Okay, as I said earlier, Cosmos, I just always like Cosmos. Mostly because he's not a bot that could transform into a spaceship. And that's different. And I like that. I just thought it was kind of funny and hilarious. And, you know, I kind of drew a fondness for the character. I just like seeing him floating around in space. And looking at these, I mean, the plastic itself seems the same. And I wonder because it did look like the plastic had cheapened up. Little things like I noticed the glass doesn't, the plastic, well, shit, I just realized Cosmos doesn't have any. Well, you can see it here, the glass. It seems a little different than the older ones. And by older, I mean from the 2000s. These also seem shorter. I know Cosmos is shorter than Wheeljack, but they both seem really short. Now, it could be just me. I mean, although I don't think I've grown that much since 2010. Well, I've gotten fatter, but I'm not taller or bigger or anything. If anything, I think that back injury might have took an inch off my height, but it's beside the point. Seems that way. My wife used to not, I used to be very clearly taller than my wife, and now my wife can put on some small heels, and it's like, almost looking down at me. It's like, weird. So what do I think? I mean, I'm not going to dive back into Transformers again. I mean, I've got that Coronation Starscream I got. Oh my God, when did I go to Maryland? That's been a while back. 2-3 years ago. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but I found it in an ollie along the way. And then, you know, then these, I mean, I guess if I stick to it every few years, it's not going to be a big deal. And, yeah, I mean, these are alright. Not nothing to write home about, but, you know, definitely not going for the bigger Transformers or anything like that. Just looking at it going, you know, I've seen worse. Seen much worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen better too. Nothing will ever top my Optimus Prime, who's actually got metal parts. And, yeah, that's, I can't really think of anything else to say because I have to be honest, these are just kind of their kind of toys. It's like, you know, definitely wanted him. I don't dislike him. And that's the tough part about 2-pack is, you know, sometimes they're going to end up with one you don't want. But I'm also not going to go back and get more, even if, I don't even know if those are going to still be there next time I go. They might not. They might. I'll see. But I don't think I'm going to get more. But yeah. Anyway, I think I will wrap it up just because, I mean, there's not really much I can say about Transformers that hasn't already been said. I read the comic and watched the show just like I did with G.I. Joe. I always felt I enjoyed the Transformers comic better, and I always felt I enjoyed the G.I. Joe cartoon better than Joe on both counts. But still, never made me. Well, still was not enough to make me buy the toys. I've watched them in reruns several times. I know exactly what happens in each season, and it's okay. You know, I think they're both okay. I haven't read the comic in forever, but kind of remember what happens. Anyway, yep, I think I'll wrap it up there and just take off. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. You guys take care.